Hello, everyone. Hold on, let me... Okay, let me... Okay. Alright, so welcome to the Painscreek Killings. This is a game that's been on my radar for a short while, and I decided to play it tonight because I'm in a Twin Peaks kind of mood, and while this isn't Twin Peaks, it has that same kind of vibe, and is a big, intricate puzzle game that I've been looking for since I finished Blueprints. So, let's go. This game seeks to emulate to a certain degree the experience of investigating a murder case. You will need to search each location carefully, find clues to proceed, and use your observation and deduction skills to uncover the hidden secrets. We recommend writing your own notes and/or taking advantage of the in-game camera. Game autosaves whenever you enter a location. Should you encounter a bug while playing, such as being stuck, simply reload. You will retain. Okay. Good luck.
Hey, Janet. So the chief has entrusted you with my assignment, hey? I hope it didn't interfere with your weekend plans. Anyway, he told me to call you and fill you in on it. You remember the murder that happened a few years back that was never solved? The one at Painscreek where the ex-mayor's wife was killed? Well, the property's being auctioned off soon, so we don't have much time to dig up anything that's relevant to the case. So see what you can find. Hopefully it'll be something worth publishing. Anyway, take care. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Hartford Times, 212 Greenwood Street, Northville, NL, wherever that is. 42779. R.E. Who killed Vivian Roberts? In August 3rd, 1999. In 1995, Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman and wife of a former mayor, was murdered and dragged to the front of her own home. The case was never solved and the killer never found. It was rumored that a private investigator was in Painscreek sometime later, but there's nothing more on that. Last week we received news that large swaths of Painscreek County will be auctioned off soon. We would like to revisit this story and attempt to find out the following. Who killed Vivian Roberts? What was the motive? What was the murder weapon? Okay. Please submit your findings in a front page photograph for your story to be published. Richard Harris, Editor-in-Chief. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Okay, who killed Vivian Roberts? 2. What was the motive? 3. What was the murder weapon? Okay, and a front page photograph. Okay. Okay. Welcome to Painscreek. Population 0. Camera is useful for capturing anything important to your investigation. Closed for good. Cemetery gate padlock 1131. Okay. 1131. Oh, there's the door. NL County Sheriff's Department, 44 Hampshire Road, Sun City, NL 040118. RE work location. Dear Sheriff James Howard, due to the decreasing population of Painscreek County over the recent years, we have decided to delegate manpower elsewhere. This letter is to inform you that you have been reassigned to Grant County starting May 14th, 1998. Please report to our office before May 12th, 1998. Richard O'Connell. Scott Brooks, Painscreek. Scott Brooks, Painscreek Trinity Church pastor's son, suspected for killing Vivian Roberts. Witness reported seeing suspect fleeing from murder last night. Police apprehended Scott Brooks yesterday afternoon. He was residing at the Roberts hunting cabin by the trailhead. According to a witness, who at this time has wished to remain anonymous, he was coming home late on July 19th at around 11:50 p.m. when he saw Scott walking very quickly away from the Roberts' mansion, heading down Silver Lake. Although Scott looked upset, the witness did not think it unusual until a few days later when he came across the newspaper article on Vivian Roberts' murder. Feeling uneasy about the whole situation, he called the police. Shortly after the call was made, the police arrived at Scott's cabin and questioned about his whereabouts the night Vivian died. Scott said he did meet her that night, but said he had nothing to do with her death. Scott was later brought down to the station for further questioning. Okay. Oh. July 30th, 1995. Vivian Roberts' funeral was held this afternoon. Bernard, the butler, Dorothy, the head servant, Derek, the family chauffeur, and his mom, Wanda, who is fighting cancer, attended. Vivian's husband, Charles, came with their daughter, Tricia. Charles did not utter a word. He was very quiet. Most of the town came and paid their respects at the funeral. Halfway through the ceremony, Tricia started to weep loudly. Dorothy brought her elsewhere, and the crying calmed down. Crying died down. I noticed that Dorothy looked tired. It must have been tough to take care of Tricia. She's been having multiple breakdowns. I can't blame her. With the loss of her mother and with her boyfriend being accused as the killer, it must have taken a toll on her. Okay. Let's take a note. Bernard the butler. Dorothy the head servant. Derek, the family chauffeur. And his mom, Wanda, who has cancer. Charles Roberts, the husband. Trisha is their daughter. Okay, okay, Dorothy. Look tired, and Trisha was Scott's girlfriend. September 6th, 1995. The town of Painscreek is quickly becoming a ghost town. The population has decreased drastically over the years. Ever since the deaths occurred, it seems that more and more people are actively looking to leave this town. It's sad to see a once lively town become what it is now. December 2nd, 1995. It's been almost 6 months since Vivian was killed. Her death still bothers me. Why was she killed? What was the killer's motives? She was someone who had earned the love and respect of the community. No employee of hers, nor any citizen of Painscreek reaped any benefit from her passing. It doesn't make sense. So seemingly no one had a reason to kill her. February 20th, 1996. Painscreek Community Hospital has officially closed. The remaining patients have been allocated to other hospitals that will provide suitable services for them. To be honest, it's hard to watch them leave. I wonder if the day will come when I will be reassigned somewhere else. Oh. Okay, so I need a key. Oh. Never mind. An old gate key. James Hauer, okay. Vivian Roberts' murder case report. This report's an update of what happened to Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, the only suspect of this murder case, was apprehended a few days after Vivian's body was found. According to our investigation, someone saw Scott at around 11:30 p.m. near the woods north of the mansion. Two hunters were looking for more wood for their bonfire when they heard shouting. They witnessed Scott and Vivian arguing. However, they were too far to hear the content of the argument. 6 months prior to Vivian's death, Scott was fired from working at the mansion. She cited Scott for tardy work and rebellious behavior. She also prohibited Scott from visiting the mansion and meeting Trisha, who, by then, had a close relationship with Scott. We are currently investigating the case. Scott is our main suspect in Vivian's murder. Okay, so two hunters heard them arguing. Scott fired 6 months. 4.
Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Hmm. Vivian Roberts, successful businesswoman and wife of ex-mayor, found dead in front of her home. Third death. Oh. Third death strike Painscreek in less than a year. Okay, Vivian Roberts, wife of ex-mayor Charles Roberts, was found dead in front of her home at 1 Maple Drive, Painscreek. 7:15 a.m., Mary Martinez, a maid currently working at the mansion, was retrieving the morning paper when she saw Vivian's body. She immediately called 911. Okay. Painscreek Sheriff James Howard arrived shortly, and the victim was pronounced dead. The time of death was estimated to be between 11 p.m. last night and 1 a.m. this morning. The body is currently at the coroner's office, waiting for an autopsy. The people of Painscreek have started grieving for her. Candles and flowers were being placed at the gates in front of her home where she was found. Okay. Vivian was indeed a person whom many respected and adored. Her success in business, her loyalty to her family, and her love for the people of Painscreek are unsurpassed. She will be missed. Missing Painscreek, ED. Joshua Taylor. Missing in 1989. Male, 13 male, biracial, red, brown eyes, 5 foot, 80 pounds, last seen on the playground. Last seen 4 Pebble Lane across the river on the playground. He was wearing a sailor blue jacket. He has a scar below his left eye. Moon Cafe, 35 Black Pine Road, Painscreek, NL. Okay. In partnership with Anne's Courtyard Inn and Suites. Some light switches don't work. Find another way to see better in the dark. Okay. Oh. Okay. Why is there a car here? Jeez, the music. Fuck. Gone but not forgotten. Join us at our local church as we take this time to commemorate all the lives that were lost 20 years ago. Word for Father Matthew's testimonies from the relatives. As you know, some of the victims were working fathers who were torn away from their families in an untimely manner. If any individual would like to make a contribution to the families who were affected by this incident, please contact Father Matthew. What can you do if you are locked out of your own car? Slim Jim, also known as the lockout tool, is used primarily for breaking into cars. It is a thin strip of metal, 20K. It is a very popular tool for car thieves as the Slim Jim allows one to unlock automobile doors without the use of a lockpick. Works on levers and interconnecting rods in the car door and avoids dealing with the lock mechanism itself. Oh. Oh. Seems like he didn't check out. That was the Steven on the phone. Hmm. Painscreek Herald. Painscreek Community Hospital closes its doors after 60 years of service. Fund embezzlement suspected as key factor. Okay.
Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key.
Okay, so Mrs. Patterson has the spare key. Here's the key that you requested. 7 Black Pine Road, Painscreek. Okay. Hmm. Minor letters or documents for in guests goes in its respective slots. Oh. Is that it's at the top, so that would seem to make it associated with room 201. Found on the reception desk at Anne's Courtyard Inn and Suites, address for the keys written on the paper next to it.
Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key.
Hmm. You're some of our usual customers. You might want to memorize this. Okay. Okay. Dear Stephen M., thank you for your rent payment. As stated in your rental agreement, however, when rent payments are not received by 404, you must pay additional rent because of a late charge due or because you do not qualify for the rent discount. The required additional amount was not included in your payment and is therefore now due. Please send the additional required rent of $85 at once to bring your credit balance up to date and remove it from the delinquent list. The amount must be paid within 7 days from the date of this notice. Thank you for your prompt cooperation. Sincerely, Rosalie P. Hmm. This hat must have been left by the last guest. Okay, no, there wasn't a drawer. Hmm. Oh, is this the hospital? It is. Okay, I'll come back there later. Dear Daniel, how have you been, my son? It has been a while since I last wrote to you. I'm getting much better now. Dr. Johnson has assured me that I'm recovering well. I'm now working full time at the mansion. The hallucinations are gone. There are just 2 more checkups to do, and I'll be done with rehab. How's Mom doing? Is she still working at that restaurant? I hope she spends enough time with you. I don't blame her for leaving and wish I could be there for you. I am sorry things turned out this way. Please forgive me. I have been saving my money and plan to. Hmm. Okay. For us. Diary. May 12th, 1994. I hate to admit it, but Scott is a good kid. He's hardworking, takes care of me when I'm drunk, and he's a man of his word. I'm starting to like him. June 10th, 1994. Did I see her again? How can that be? Why doesn't the medication work anymore? Did he give me cheap pills? No, that can't be. He's as guilty as I am. We're all in it together. He cannot abandon me. They cannot abandon me. August 12th, 1994. Ever since Scott asked about her, I've started to see Sophia again. Why did he have to mention her? I need more pills. I think I'm going crazy. August 29th, 1994. Oh Lord, I know I am a sinner. I realize it now. That's why I'm going crazy. I know that nothing I do will bring her back. I pray that our sins do not pass down to our children. Please forgive us for what we have done. Ugh. Um. Oh shit, she is gone. I did see her. here. Or was. Okay, the photo lab is 5 Walnut Avenue, not 5 Black Pine Road. Ah, okay, there it is. Oh, okay. Maple. Dr. Henry O. Johnson found drowned in vehicle at bottom of Cherry Creek Lake. Body submerged in water for as long as 15 days. Burgundy car was found at the bottom of Cherry Creek Lake yesterday afternoon. A swimmer, who chose to remain anonymous, said he was diving in the lake when he saw what appeared to be a red car littering at the bottom of the lake. He swam towards the vehicle and was shocked to see a body in the driver's seat. He quickly called the police. 3 hours later, the vehicle was pulled out of the lake and the body was identified as Dr. Henry Johnson. Based on the police report, the body has been in the water between 10 and 15 days. Painscreek Community Hospital confirmed that Dr. Johnson last checked in on June 28th, 1995. The hospital staff assumed he had left Painscreek for business purposes, which Dr. Johnson was known to do rather privately. No missing person report. Huh. October 16th, 1973. Jackson and Lewis. Okay. Dear Mrs. Roberts, on behalf of Jackson and Lewis, we would like to thank you for appointing us to be Painscreek Community Hospital's medical provider. With your husband, Mr. Charles Roberts, running for mayor. Some might consider this partnership to be solely be for the benefit of his status. On the contrary, it also greatly benefits us, as your supporting funds allow us to continue our research and assisting our elderly patients. Details of the contract will be sent over shortly. Please go through the papers, have them signed, and return to us by the end of the week. Thank you. Yours sincerely, Eric W. Campbell. Anyone delivering food to church on Saturdays, please lock all the doors and return the key under the flower pot before leaving. May 24th, 1993. I've been here for almost 3 months. Everyone treats me well. Most of the workers have been here for a long time, some as long as 30 years. Dorothy is probably the oldest maid here. She is really nice and is responsible for taking care of all the maids. She's always giving me snacks. The other oldest worker is probably Bernard, the butler. He's so serious. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. June 2nd, 1993. Dorothy and Bernard don't talk much to each other. However, they are perfect when it comes to attending Charles and Vivian's needs. I guess that's why they are in charge here. I notice Charles and Vivian are never together much either. Even when they are both at home, they don't seem happy. What is going on? June 13th, 1993. Vivian was passing by when I broke the vase. I must have been really nervous because I stood there for God knows how long. I thought she would scold me or even fire me. Instead, Vivian invited me to have tea with her. She asked about my parents and what I wanted to do in the future. I told her I hoped to open my own deli someday. She said I could do anything if I set my mind on it and work really hard. Like me, she used to be poor. Now she is a successful businesswoman. I hope to be like her someday. What, murdered? July 6, 1993. Wanda is sick. I've heard she has cancer. It's been 2 months since I took over for her son, Derek. Oh, since I took over for her. Her son, Derek, stays with her whenever he is not driving for Charles. Feel sorry for them. Luckily, Mr. Roberts helps with their financial needs. I pray she gets well soon. October 14th, 1993. Andrew shouted at me for walking on the grass, though I was sure I didn't step on it this time. He's always drunk anyways. Scott told me to ignore him. I'm not sure how he could be so patient, always taking care of Andrew and covering his workload. I would have assumed that Scott was Andrew's son if I had not known that Father Matthew adopted him years ago. So nice and talented, not to mention handsome. If only he wasn't taken. Okay. Oh. To-do list. Laundry duty today. Clean out the attic. Water the plants. Book Mrs. Roberts' appointment. Wash the windows. M. No. Oh, it's just a curtain holder. Vivian Roberts People, State of Newland Awards, Influential Citizen. Okay, so where's the flower pot? Okay, I'm gonna have to cross over. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so I'm here. "20 years later, Painscreek still honors coal miners of coal mine workers. Despite shock and pain, it was a tragedy that united everyone. 20 years ago, 6 members of this village, together with 13 others from the towns of Hillsdale and Old Creek, perished in one of the coal mine demolition programs. Coal mine belonged to the Roberts Mining Company. Vivian Roberts, who had just married into the Roberts family, started a fundraising event that raised $96,000, contributing $24,000 from her own company. A total of $120,000 was compensated to the 6 families. This is a very small sum compared to what those families lost, and no amount of money can replace their loved ones," Vivian told the press. "What we can do, however, is provide them with whatever help they may need, and for those who have helped financially, the Roberts family thanks you." Words not only comforted those families. Okay. Vinci wine surface. If it's not Da Vinci's, it's not the best. Okay. Why is the fourth case outside? I'm sorry, Thomas. I must have forgot to check inventory. Apparently, we are missing a case of Da Vinci's. Please don't tell Mrs. Roberts. I forgot to return the servant room's key in time. I left the key in the kitchen drawer. Sorry about that. Left the key in the kitchen drawer. Shopping list for Trisha's birthday. 3 packs of balloons, candles, new tablecloths, baking powder, eggs, strawberries. M. March 14th, 1993. We went hunting this afternoon. Scott's quite a fast learner, and has good manners, too. I told him to call me Charles, but he kept saying it's more appropriate to call me Mr. Roberts. He almost got the deer on his second try. If he keeps this up, I'll take him over Bernard as my hunting partner. June 11th, 1993. Trish has been rather obvious in her interests. He's a good-looking young man and respectful to others. I don't mind his status. There's nothing wrong with being an orphan. If there is, it's the parents' fault. I know that Trisha fancies him. I've grown to like him too. August 27th, 1993. Today is Mom's death anniversary. It's been 18 years since she passed away. I paid my respects at her tombstone. Vivian wasn't feeling well and chose not to come, so I asked Scott to accompany me. He brought fresh lilies. He said lilies suggest that the soul of the deceased has returned to a peaceful state. I feel like he's a son to me. Now that I think about it, Vivian is always getting sick during this time of the year. September 8th, 1993. I know our relationship would not be as close as we had it, but ever since Vivian discovered my affair, aha! She hasn't been the same. She once joked to her friends during a dinner that all politicians are alike, and as a politician's wife, she has learned to close one eye. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. I think it was because of Trisha that she didn't leave me. She is a good wife and a good mother. I'm grateful for that. Okay. Okay, so he's a fan of. Well, that's Monet. But he's a fan of Da Vinci. Need to report Scott to Bernard. His suspicious acts are getting out of hand. Some Today I saw him peeking into Mr. and Mrs. Roberts' room from the window. He's been told many times now not to do this. I was cleaning Mrs. Roberts' tea room when I stumbled across a pile of letters full of negative comments addressed to her. Why on earth does she keep these letters? She, more than anybody in this town, doesn't deserve to be attacked by these faceless cowards. These people cannot see the positive impact she has made for this community. It's not her fault that her business deals can't please everyone. Okay, so. Hmm. February 3rd, 1995. I was cleaning the mansion attic today when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff. I asked Derek about it, and he told me he used to live here with his mom until he was about 6 years old. We chatted for like an hour. I have never talked to him that much. It felt quite nice talking with him, rather relaxing. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was swollen pretty badly. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand, so he can't help with writing the Easter invitation this year. I told him he only needs his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? April 17th, 1995. Dorothy asked me to help clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she has her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nanny's room. He said he hasn't used the house for the past few months, but it needs to be taken care of every now and then. She will be 60 this year. I think I should help her. Okay. Trisha, May 29th, 1995. Trisha and Vivian had an argument during dinner. Vivian is thinking to send Trisha to college, but Trisha wants to be with Scott. She is not thinking straight. Hey. June 1st, 1995. I was about to clean the gallery when I noticed the door was already slightly open. I looked inside and saw Mr. Roberts standing in front of a painting. Right before he left, I heard a faint click. As he was leaving the gallery, I hid in the staircase hallway. When I was sure he was gone, I went into the gallery to see what he was so entranced by. It's just a painting of an old woman with a white headband. I wonder what's so interesting about this lady. June 11th. When was she murdered? Not long after. There'll be a grand party to celebrate Trisha's birthday this evening. She'll officially be 21 years old. Trisha and Scott are meeting at the shed behind the mansion. They called it their secret hideout. I know Vivian doesn't want Trisha to be with Scott. Should I tell her about it? July 12th, 1985. Dr. Johnson is dead. He was the head of Painscreek Community Hospital as well as the Roberts family doctor. The police came by and asked if Vivian would be willing to go down to the station for another interview. I was nervous, but Vivian was very calm and accepted their request. She came back in the evening and she assured us that everything was okay. She had nothing to do with Dr. Johnson's death. His death was purely an accident. Hmm. House entrance key. Oh. That's the key to Bernard's house, wherever he lives. Notes for Vivian's tea schedule. Tea time is 3:20 on the dot. Use the flower pattern cup for Mondays. Gold line cups are for guests. Use half cup of milk. Always leave sugar on the side. Never interrupt unless she calls for you. M. Okay, so that's the tea room. Hmm. Hmm. Rose, no, no, sweetie, no, Rose, Rose. Hmm. Where's number 19? No, Rose. No. $13, $15. No, Rose. No. It was, yeah, 19 Black Pine. Hmm. No, Rose. No. Come on, Rose. Oh, wait. Shit. Nope. Pledge me about safely. Okay. No, Rose. No. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. Reset. Oh, there we go. Father Matthew forgets his key. Place it under the flower pot next to the church. Alright, I'm gonna see if that's there and then. Whoa. Because, yeah, I need to stop soon. Church will be closed for the funeral of Andrew Reed. Okay, main murder suspect denies killing former employer. Scott Brooks, the adopted son of Father Matthew Brooks of Painscreek Trinity Church, pled not guilty in court yesterday. According to Scott, he met with Vivian in the woods that night but went home after their meeting and did not step out of his cabin for days. When he left her, Vivian was still alive. When asked why he met with Vivian, Scott's answer was that they had met to discuss personal matters, and it was only between the two of them. Scott denied further questioning, stating only that he had nothing to do with Vivian's murder, that whoever killed Vivian must have committed the crime after he left. As to why Scott was at his cabin for days after Vivian was killed, Scott explained that he did not even know that Vivian had been murdered. Staying at the cabin is just something that he has always done, that he feels at ease while at home. Scott is currently detained in the county jail. No bail has been set for his release at this point. Wait. I returned the tools back to the storage room. There was the missing poster in here, wasn't there? Joshua Taylor. Hey, look. He has a scar below his left eye. Oh, wait. That ghost I saw, that was Sophia. Or... the hallucination Andrew Reed saw, I think. Uh, it's tough to tell, but it does look like it. Dates marked on the calendar. Choir practice, final court appearance, public baptism. Okay. Don't think so. Okay, and I will leave it here for the night. Plan to be back on Friday with Elden Ring, so I will see you all then. Take care, everyone. Have a good night and a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.